All right, what's going on, everybody? Landon Ford here, RB Bass Angler. Today I'm going to be going over how to pour some of your own lead heads. We got the lead pot heating up right now. We got our molds. A couple other things you might need, obviously some hooks, or like if you're doing some drop shot weights, you need some drop shot clips, which I have some over there. If not, a spoon or a ladle of some sort to scoop off all of the dirty, all the imperfections that were in the lead. They all float to the top, and you really don't want that running through your mold. Pliers, just in case I need to grab anything that's hot. Your flesh cutters, these are just snip off all the sprue on the top of the head, so when you pour them, there's going to be a little leftover lead from this spout right here, the hole in the top of your mold, and you want to cut it off there. So nice pair of flesh cutters help a lot. And anything else you might need, obviously lead, I already had some in here from last time, but they're just little lead ingots, 1 pound ingots. The lead pot I'm using is the Lee 10-pound lead pot, the one with the spout too. They have some without a spout where you can use a ladle and scoop it up in to your molds, but I prefer using the spout. And everything you see here, the pliers, cutters, everything, you can all find them on Tackle Warehouse. If you guys want to order some, be sure to go to our rbbassoutdoors.com page. I'll have that linked in the description. But you go there and you click on the little Tackle Warehouse icon that's there on our page. That'll take you to Tackle Warehouse. If you order anything, no matter if it's the stuff for building lures or if you just need tackle, make sure to go there, click that link, and order that through Tackle Warehouse that way. And then last thing, it's always good to have some protection. So here I got a nice pair of gloves and glasses. Yeah, you may think you look dumb, but really in the long run, you're gonna be real happy you wore them when some of that lead sprays back or kicks up onto your hands, and especially your eyes. I haven't had that happen yet, but in case it does. And also some closed toe shoes. Don't want to be doing this in sandals or flip-flops. So this is the first mold we're going to be pouring with. This is just their round ball head mold. This is actually the Gamakatsu round ball head mold, so it's built around these Gamakatsu 604 jig hooks here. It's already a great hook. I've used it in some of my other football jigs and stuff, but for this round ball head, they're amazing, phenomenal hooks. I'll be doing a lot of the 1/4 ounce and the 1/8 ounce for just single Kitex, strolling, A-rig, stuff like that. And I got some size 3/0 and size 2/0 hooks. On most of the molds, it says what size hook to do with the size jig head. So like 1/4 ounce is 3/0, 1/8 ounce is 2/0. And then for the most part with the Do It Best molds, you can usually go up or down one hook size. So like in the 1/8 ounce, if I wanted to run a smaller hook, I'll pour some with the 2/0. And same with the 1/8 ounce. If I want to do it 1/8 ounce with a bigger hook, I can put a 3/0 in there instead of the 2/0. So it's real nice. You can kind of pick and choose what hooks you want, the style hooks, you know, heavier wire, lighter gauge wire. It really all just depends on what you're doing. Okay, now that we got all that gunk off the top, we are good to pour. And test this real fast. Okay, that's good. I might actually turn it down just a little bit. I had it super high to heat everything up, but I'm gonna slowly start dialing it back to get a better pour. Another tip is either if you have like a heat gun, or what I like to do is while your pot is warming up or warm, you can set your mold on top of it. That's gonna make your mold nice and warm, and it's gonna make for a better, more even pour. And if you're gonna be pouring a lot of baits, as you pour more hot lead through it, it's gonna slowly start to heat up. But this just makes sure that every single head, start to finish, is all gonna pour super nice, super consistent. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna pop in some of 2/0 in the 1/8 ounce, and then 3/0 in the 1/4 ounce. Okay, we got our hooks all lined up here. Make sure you're pouring in the right holes. And the first one up, real quick pour. Line the second one up, real quick pour. It's that simple, that easy. And you're gonna let it just kind of sit for a second before you open it up. That's what they look like right there. So here we got a little bit of lead that kind of spilled up onto the eyelets, but that's super easy just to pick off real fast. All the excess lead there, that's from this pour spout here. and that's what you get those cutters for. You snip that off at the end. Yeah, we're probably gonna pour through all these hooks here. It's 25 to each side, so it won't take too long. And then when done with that, I will circle back around to you guys, show you guys cutting off the sprues, and then we'll move on from there. All right, you guys, here we are. We poured all of our heads. We got 25 of these 1/8 ounce with a 2-watt hook in them, and the Gamakatsu 604. And we got 20 of these guys. These are the 1/4 ounce with a 3-aught hook in them, the same hook. And then, like I said earlier, you can play around with different hook sizes. So I poured some 1/4 ounce with the 2-aught in it. So a little heavier head with a smaller hook, so I can run a small Kitech or something like that in them. But now we're gonna cut off the sprues. So, like I said, take your flesh cutters, your head, and this. I like to use red Solo cup. You can use any cup, any little dish or pan that'll keep them in there, but red Solo cup, cheap, I just reuse it. So, works for me. Gonna cut them off here, and you'll see there's actually still a little bit left over. Now, if I were to be selling these ones, if they weren't for just me, I'd actually take a file and file that little edge down just to make it super clean and nice, but this is just for me. So we're just gonna start cutting away. Okay, there we go. That was a smaller batch. Didn't take too long. So the reason why I get this cup, collect them in here, is obviously they don't go everywhere. It's a lot easier. And then at the end, I just do this right here. Just dump them right back in. It's nice clean lead. They get remelted, and you get to use it next time. Some of these, the flesh cutters, it's gonna focus. The flesh cutters aren't always gonna make a super nice clean cut. So we're gonna take a file. And the head over it, boom. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of lead on the eyes. Back in the pot. Yeah, usually just a couple passes. Make it nice and clean. All right, you guys. We are finished. Obviously with these, I'm not gonna paint them. I'm just gonna leave them as is. All right, guys, we just wrapped up. Unplugged the lead pot. We're gonna let that cool down. We poured, I think it was 50 of the round ball jig heads, different sizes of the hooks and different weights. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead, leave those down below in the comment section. Be sure to like and subscribe to RB Bass. And if you also want to check out more of my content, go to my page, Landon.Ford Fishing. That's the same for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok, where I have a lot of fishing stuff there. Go to rbbass.com, where you can find a lot of videos like this. You can find other fishing videos and even articles up there, fishing reports. We even have stuff like grilling on there. Anything really related to the outdoors, we got it on there. So be sure to go check out our page.